She called the cops and screamed, "Arrest him!" But I was standing on my own land. That same sharp echo of injustice filled my ears the moment the judge leaned forward, smirking at a little girl who had just whispered the truth. She had said her mother was a Navy SEAL, her voice trembling but proud. The courtroom chuckled. The judge shook his head. And even some people in the gallery sneered as if it was the funniest lie ever told. The girl's eyes burned with shame. Yet she stood firm, refusing to take back her words. The judge slammed his gavel, pretending authority was on his side. He said, "Don't make up stories in my courtroom, young lady." But what he didn't know was that her words weren't just true. They were about to shake the walls of that very room. The girl clenched her fists, her small shoulders straight. She had no lawyer defending her, no adult stepping in. Everyone thought she was just a child trying to protect her family's honor. The judge leaned back, his face dripping with arrogance. "Your mother is a Navy SEAL? Do you even know what that means?" His mocking tone drew a few snickers from the jury box. Her lips trembled, but her eyes locked on him with fire. "Yes," she said, voice soft but clear. "She serves this country." "Even if you laugh at her." Silence. Spread for half a breath, then the judge scoffed. Nonsense. He had no idea what was about to walk through those heavy oak doors. No clue that his entire world of power and pride was seconds away from collapsing. The tall double doors at the back of the courtroom suddenly burst open. The wood smacked against the walls with a thunderous boom that silenced every whisper. Boots echoed, measured, powerful, in perfect unison. The entire courtroom turned, jaws dropping. A woman in full tactical Navy uniform entered, broad shoulders steady, medals gleaming faintly under the lights. Behind her marched an entire SEAL unit, their faces stone, their steps loud enough to shake the judge's confidence. The crowd gasped, reporters scrambled to lift cameras, and the little girl's lips curved into the faintest smile. The judge froze mid-expression, his mocking smirk locked halfway. The air itself felt heavy. This was not a child's fantasy. It was reality, living, breathing, undeniable. The mother didn't speak right away. She simply stood there, scanning the room with eyes that had seen more than any of them could imagine. The judge gripped his gavel, trying to mask his shock. "What is the meaning of this intrusion?" he barked, though his voice cracked on the last word. The lead SEAL, the girl's mother, walked slowly toward the bench, boots clicking against the polished floor. Each step carried the weight of authority no robe could fake. "The meaning," she said evenly, "is that you mocked my daughter, you mocked my service, and you questioned my existence." Gasps rose. People craned their necks to see her face, and suddenly, the judge looked very small in his chair. But the twist didn't end there. One of the reporters in the gallery shouted, "We've got it on camera!" He held up his phone, showing the judge's smirk, his mocking words. Every insult thrown at a child who only spoke the truth. The girl's mother turned her gaze toward him. "So the world will know," she said calmly. The judge sputtered, trying to regain control. "Bailiff, remove them." But even the bailiff hesitated, glancing nervously at the unit of trained warriors standing like statues. The power shift was undeniable. This courtroom wasn't his anymore. For the first time, he realized he had made the mistake of underestimating the wrong person. Then came the shocking moment no one expected. The judge, desperate, banged his gavel and yelled, "This is contempt! I will have you all arrested." But before his words could echo twice, the mother pulled a folded document from her vest and laid it on the bench. "Here is the federal order assigning me to active protection duty in this region," she said, her voice sharp and unwavering. "And here is my clearance. That outranks your seat." The paper bore seals and signatures. The judge recognized instantly. His face paled. The crowd erupted, whispers filling every corner. This was no power play. It was legal, official, and in front of everyone. The judge stammered, trying to speak, but his voice betrayed his fear. The girl's mother didn't need to raise her voice. "You humiliated my daughter in public. You disrespected service that you swore an oath to honor. And now you will face accountability." Security officers from the federal side, who had entered quietly with the SEALs, stepped forward. They didn't need to touch him. The weight of exposure already chained him in place. The little girl walked toward her mother, slipping her hand into hers. The mother bent slightly, whispering, "Told you they'd believe you when they saw." The girl smiled. Her pride restored while the judge sat frozen, his gavel useless in his hand. The courtroom that had laughed minutes ago now stood in stunned silence. The girl's mother faced the gallery, her voice carrying strength but also calm. "Never doubt the truth of a child. Sometimes they're braver than all of us." The SEAL unit saluted her, a powerful reminder that honor stands taller than arrogance. Reporters captured every second, headlines already forming. And the judge? He sat slumped, stripped of pride, knowing his career might end with this single day of mockery turned humiliation. The little girl held her mother's hand tighter, eyes shining. She didn't just win justice, she proved that truth. Courage and honor will always outshine lies and power games. The crowd rose in respect, and for once, silence felt like victory.